Hi you guys! I am in a very awkward position right now as I do this because this is the only place I could put the camera. Today, as many of you know, if you're watching this at the time I'm posting it, basically the entire country is in quarantine. So I am at home doing nothing. It's a Wednesday and I am stuck here. So I'm outside on my back deck right now just because this is where I felt like starting this video. And today, per request from my TikTok followers, I'm going to be doing a video about how I make my Disney makeup TikToks. So I'll show you everything I do to make those videos, and you're basically just going to follow me along, and I'm going to show you how I do everything. So you get a little behind the scenes of me making a makeup video. Let's go. Okay, so I'm back up in my bedroom now. If you didn't know, this is where I film all my makeup TikToks. I have my vanity in my bedroom that I film at. But yeah, let's get into how I make my Disney makeup videos. So this is how I start. Here is my jar. This is my jar with all my numbers in it. So, yes, my initial number pull is not filmed. I get this question on every single video, and it gets so annoying that I've kind of stopped answering them. But the question is always, how did she pick the sound before she picked the number? And I get it, but here's what I do, and I'm showing you now, and I'm proving to you that I don't cheat on this, if that's what you're assuming. So here's what I always do. I start with the jar. I'm going to shuffle them up a little bit, and then I'm going to pull one, and it is number 9. You see that? Number 9, which now I go to my list, which my list is right here, and I look for number 9, which, if you can see the list, is Chip, which is Chip from Beauty and the Beast. So now that I've pulled a number and I know which character, that's when I go to my phone and I find a sound. Sometimes I'll draw up a picture of what I want to do for the character. Oftentimes I just make it up as I go. So this is Chip from Beauty and the Beast, the little cup. And so I will often bring up a picture of the character on Google Images. I pull it up as a reference image. So here we are. Here's my reference image of Chip. So I'll have that. That's my reference image. That's for me to look at. And often the things that I look for to use are shapes and colors. Now what I do is I go to YouTube and I'm going to look for an iconic Chip scene. So I'm going to look for a scene. I try and look for something that has a lot of dialogue from that character and is maybe something funny or recognizable. Let's see what we got. The first one that pops up when I search that is titled Beauty and the Beast Belle meeting Mrs. Potts and Chip. And then I'll watch the video, and if I like it, then I'll screen record it. But I'm gonna watch it first. Okay, so I watched this one video and I don't really like it, and the main part is because Chip only has 2 or 3 lines in this scene. So that's where I will put that one to the side and I'm gonna try and find a different scene. Okay, so this scene also does not work because Chip doesn't speak at all. He's not even in the scene, so I don't know why that's popping up. So I'm gonna keep searching for a good scene to use for Chip, and I will come back when I've found one. Okay, so after some long searching for scenes that Chip is in, I came to the conclusion that there are not really long enough scenes where he's talking a whole bunch. And I like to make sure that these are minute-long scenes so I have that much time to do the makeup because it takes longer. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did when I did Iago, because Iago had the same situation. And I'm going to take 2 scenes and edit them together. So I'm going to have 2 scenes in one video. I've got one of the videos up, and I'm going to screen record. 3, 2, 1, and just play the video. So that's the end of Chip's scene in this one. So I stop the screen recording, that automatically saves, and then I'm gonna go to the other video. Here's the next video. Screen record, same as the last one. Just let the video play through the point that I want to use. And then that's it. My next step, I'm gonna go into the app, open TikTok. I'm going to press the plus button to make a new video. I'm gonna make sure it's on 60 seconds, not 15. I'm gonna go to upload, and then I'm gonna click multiple, and then I'm gonna click those 2 videos, and then next. It automatically does this, so I'm gonna go to default, and this is where I can adjust the video clips. So this is where I'm going to, this is adjusting the first clip, so I'm gonna make sure it starts where I want it to. That's where I want it to start, and I want it to end probably after Cogsworth's next line, just to add some more time in there. I want to adjust that so that it ends at a nice point. There we go. That's good. Now I'm going to click on the second video, and I'm going to trim that to where I want it. So that's too long. Those together is too long. So I'm going to go back to the first one and cut out that last scene that I was going to include. So I'm going to click next. I also do not care about how this video looks because I'm using this video just for the sound. So I'm going, now that I've got that, I'm going to change it from public to private, and I'm going to post. And so once it's posted, I'll then use the sound from that private video to make my video. So now that I've got the privated video posted, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go to the sound. I'm going to use this sound. And now, this is where I get into actually videotaping things. So I'm going to make sure it's on 60. I'm going to start with the camera flipped. I'm going to take the piece of paper that I pulled. And yeah, I'm going to look like I'm pulling it again. But that's because I can't. There's not a way, or at least that I've figured out, film it on my regular camera, then find the sound, put the sound in, paste in the video, and then continue filming. And there's not a way to do that. So this has been my solution. And I promise I am always honest. I am always using the first number that I pick. So I'm going to make this first moment where so here's my video. I'm going to start recording. You guys can't see what I'm recording.
There's a girl in it.
The next thing I shoot is me highlighting the list. So I make sure that I've got my highlighter. I make sure that this is all focused. I line my highlighter up. And then
Castle. Now.
And there we go. So now I've got the first part.
Mama, there's a girl in the castle. Now. Mama,
Now because I'm going to wait and film the actual makeup a little bit later, I'm going to just save this to my drafts. And then later I can finish with the actual makeup. For you guys, it's going to jump to the next part of me actually starting the makeup. Okay, so I'm about to get started on the actual filming of the makeup part of my video, but since I last showed you, I need to get this in front of my face so it focuses. I hit 100K. Do you see this? What? That is literally insane, you guys. Thank you so much. I know I've even as I'm recording this, I've already posted a thank you video, but I truly can't thank you guys enough because it means the world that what I'm enjoying doing, you guys are enjoying watching, and it's entertaining you and it's making you guys happy, and that just means so much to me. So thank you. Thank you for everything. Let's get on with the next part of this video though. So if you were ever curious, this is where I do my makeup. So this is my little vanity. This is where I film all my videos. I use this light when I don't have natural light. And this is where I set up my phone. So I have this little phone stand. So yeah, that's how I set up my camera. And then my mirror's right here. So I'm now going to go to my drafts. And this is what we filmed before.
Mama, there's a girl in the castle.
Okay, so we go back,
Mama, there's a girl.
continue shooting, and now we get started. Okay, so pretty much what I do to make these videos is I just start doing the makeup, and then kind of in each logical step, I go to my camera, which is right here. My phone is right here, and I just film a clip. So I always start with my foundation. I prime my skin beforehand. So here goes the primer. Now that I've primed, my first clip is always me putting the first bits of foundation on my face. And so what I always do when I'm filming on this is that I always go to timer, and then I kind of do it by logical lines of the dialogue so that each cut makes sense. So the first line is Mrs. Potts, and I'm going to try and cut it at the end of her line. And sometimes it's really tricky. And that is close enough for me. I've got my foundation out, and this is one of the ones where it's a one take, so I have to turn myself on into the character, press play, and this is my one chance, because once I put this on, it's on. So ready? Start countdown. There we go. We got that one. And then after that, you know, I'd kind of just do the makeup as normal, put the rest of what I need on. I basically just showed you how it goes for the rest of the time. So I will see you guys at the end of the process. So I feel like I've gotten to a point where I have to kind of decide what I'm actually going to do with this look. So I'm going to take what I do have of my video so far, and I'm going to click the check mark and put it in my drafts to go back to. Now I'm going to open up my Safari to where I had chosen a reference photo. And I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take this little section here and kind of do that in my crease. So I'm going to try and create these colors and shapes in my crease, and then I'll cut my crease and make my lid white, and then I'll line the two with gold, and I think that's what I'm going to try and do. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, so I finished the last clip that I want to film. I'm starting to lose my light. But this is what I've got at this point. So now the last clip will be the final look. And so now what I'll do is I'll just do my finishing touches and then find some way to put my hair and something to wear that's somewhat resemblance of the character. This is not meant to be a cosplay. This is me doing makeup inspired by a character. And that's one of the things that, like, I always get comments, like, that doesn't look like so-and-so. It's not supposed to. I'm not trying to be the character. I'm using the character as inspiration for a makeup look. I think I'm going to put on this cream dress. Okay, so I have this dress on. And I'm thinking I'm actually going to keep my hair in the braids. I like it. Now I'm going to make the end part of this video. Okay, I'm going to put you over here while I do the final piece of this. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a caption. It's always the same caption. And then I'm going to select a cover. And I always try and make my cover the final look. And now I will post. Now that that one is being posted, my next step is I like to make a second video while in this makeup, usually with a song from the movie, so that you can get more of a close-up or a longer look at the makeup. So I'm going to search for Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast. My next step is some photos of this for Instagram. So again, I do it by this light, and I basically just snap a few photos, pretty basic, try and get some closer looks, just some different angles, snap a bunch, and then I choose them later. So basically that is everything. That's the whole process. The video is uploaded. The second video is in my drafts, but I'm about to upload it. Pictures are taken. I just have to upload those. So that's the whole process of how I do my Disney makeup videos, which was requested by a couple of you guys to do a video on this. So there you go. Here's my chip look. And I will see you guys next time.